Hello, friend, and welcome to another thrilling edition of Building Useful Stuff with AI in LND. And today I'm going to show you how to build a voice agent to use as a skills coach, specifically for looking at practicing difficult conversations. I've always felt that AI has a great part to play in helping people be in a safe space to practice those type of exercises. I'm going to do that today with the help of the folks at Elevenlabs. So you can see my Elevenlabs dashboard on your screen here. Now, to get started and follow along with me, all you need to do is to create a free Elevenlabs account. And then when you get to the Elevenlabs home screen, all you need to do is go to the left-hand side here and just hit the drop down and click 11 agents. And then you'll be presented with the screen that I currently have here. So to get started with building an agent, all we need to do is hit the plus button here. And I should say you can create agents for free, and there's many plans to choose from if you need to do more after that. So we get two options here. So we get a personal assistant and we get a business agent. We're going to go for business agent, then we're going to go for education and training, of course. Then we're going to go for learning and development. And that will bring us to our screen here where it basically just says what we're going to do is work together to build this agent. So let's just hit continue. Now, as I've done a bunch of testing already, I've got some of this pre-filled. So I'm going to create a voice agent called Marcus. And the main goal of this agent is going to be part of a simulated role play to help me as a manager practice having difficult performance conversations. Now, the agent is going to play the role of Marcus, and I've given it the characteristics of being a team member who is underperforming and is known for their aggressive outbursts. So let's create this agent, see what it looks like on the back end, and then we'll jump into a demo to actually use it and see how well it does. Okay, and this is what Elevenlabs has generated for us. So we have our system prompt, we have our first message. So let's just dive into the system prompt first. Now, if you're a bit more tech savvy, you could create this yourself, but I actually think from looking at this here that Elevenlabs has done a pretty good job. So it's spit out the personality for Marcus. We have the environment, we have the tone, we have the goal of this voice agent, and then we have the guardrails as well. So pretty comprehensive, as you can see there. You've got the capability to change your message. You can make the agent interruptible. And a couple of things I want to point out to you. There's loads of bits here to kind of tweak and deploy, but it's pretty easy to set this up. You've seen already, I've given some context. This is what we've created. You can also give a knowledge base. So you're able to add any documentation that would give some more flavor to the agent. So that might be information about the company. That may be specific information you didn't give as part of the creation process. So that is there to help you. So we go back to this agent screen here. What I want to show you is on this right hand side here, a couple of the options that you've got. One is the ability to choose your own language model, which I think is pretty cool. So I can go on here and have access to a lot of, if not all of the top models that are available. So I'm going to choose Gemini 3 Pro for this demo here. Then I'm also able to choose my language. So again, loads of languages to choose from here. I have used American English, and you're also able to pick the voice that you want that suits the agent. So a couple of things again that I want to showcase here is that we have this new mode called expressive mode, which I've been testing and is pretty damn good. And I think a little bit scary at the same time in terms of how good it is. So expressive mode basically gives more character, or as Elevenlabs calls it, it gives it more emotionally intelligent speech. So what that means is we can actually tag in these different audio tags to influence how the agent comes across. So we've already done quite a bit of that already in the system prompt, but I'm just going to add in a concerned audio tag here. So what you need to do if you're going to replicate this is to make sure that you come in and when choosing your voice, also to turn on expressive mode and add in any audio tags you want. And again, in terms of your voice, you've got loads of options here. You can filter through. I've got Eric at the moment, but I'm actually going to choose Evan because I've used Evan for a few projects previously, and I find that very useful. So just to regroup here and go over what we've done so far, we have created the agent. This is the backend configuration screen, and you can make all your changes here. We have turned on expressive mode. We've chosen our voice. We've chosen our language model to use. So all that's left for us now to do is to preview this and see this in action. And we do that by going to the preview button up here. And that will take us into our next screen, as you can see. And what we can do now is just start that conversation. So let's go ahead and do that.
All right, come on in. So, what's so urgent that we need to pull me away from my actual work? I'm kind of busy.
I hear what you're saying, Marcus, but it's really important for us to meet today. As part of our usual check in, I want to find out how you are and how you're feeling about work at the moment.
Look, I get that these check ins are important to you, but honestly, I feel like I'm being singled out here. My work is fine, and if there are issues, they're not because of me. It's the system or other team members not pulling their weight. So, what exactly are you trying to get at?
I think you're jumping the gun a bit here, Marcus. But look, since we're on this topic, yes, I did want to talk to you in a bit more detail about your performance recently because I've had some feedback that which has slightly concerned me, both from stakeholders and your team in terms of missing project deadlines and also your aggressive tone towards other team members. So I really just want to understand what's going on in your world at the moment in time, and is there anything that we can do to help you in the working environment?
Oh, wow. Feedback from stakeholders and the team. That's rich. You know what that sounds like to me? It sounds like people are just looking for a scapegoat because the project timelines were unrealistic from day one. And as for my aggressive tone, maybe if people actually did their jobs instead of whining to you, I wouldn't have to be so direct. Who exactly said I was aggressive? I bet it was Sarah, wasn't it? She's been dragging her feet for weeks. I'm just trying to get things done here.
Okay, we'll stop the conversation there because that gives you an idea of what you can do and practicing your skills. Look, you can probably sense with even seeing on this video here, it's quite tense, right? It's quite an experience to go through this. And there's a few things I'll say on this actual chap here, Marcus, is that I have no idea why he hates Sarah so much or who Sarah is. And I don't know if there's much hope for him even after this conversation. But the point of this demo is to give you an understanding of the power of voice agents as a learning tool and just how easy it is to create these with Elevenlabs. You see me going through the process. It's only taken a couple of minutes to go from giving a bit of context, going into production, and actually having this live product here. So, as always, my friends, I hope that is helpful.